90% of traders lose. Why? You know the rules, but you still break them. Going through your revenge trading, you're chasing price, blowing accounts, like you know the rules, and you know how you should be trading, but you're still breaking them. This is how you fix it. First thing is that you're not broken, you're human. You can't change that. Is what it is. Number one, so your brain's number one job, it's survival, it's not profit. So when you start trading, your brain treats it as survival. Um, and it's been doing this for millions of years from when we were cavemen to pretty much now where we are. Our brain's been the same. Can't delete it, but you can only rewire it. Think about it. I mean, cavemans from the start, their like sole job was to survive. Like the only thing they did on Earth was to survive. As we evolved like into humans, you're working like as a salary. It's the same thing. You're working to survive. You're working to make money, pay rent, pay bills, all that kind of stuff. Um, so why wouldn't your brain think the same way in trading? It thinks the exact same way in trading. It thinks that it's it needs to survive. Like it's the human psychology. Like it's preconditioned to thinking that it needs to survive. You've got the same brain and you've got a different environment. Why your brain links trading to survival. So this is why you can't just be logical when you're losing. Like your brain is involved, emotions are involved. So whether you like it or not, it's going to be there. Losing a trade feels like a threat to your future. So losing money, like if you're working a job, at the end of the day, you're never going to lose money. You'll always make money. In trading, losing a job, like losing a trade, it's not ideal and it does feel like a threat to your future and your survival. And then the bigger your dreams, the stronger the emotional reactions. This is the big issue here, the emotional reaction side of things. So when you work a job, you've got capped salary, capped freedom, and then trading, when you think of it as like your way out, your brain still doesn't transition properly. It still thinks that trading is surviving. It still thinks that um, as you would in a salary, you need to make money, you need to pay your bills, you need to pay your rent, all that kind of stuff. Just your expenses. So it treats your brain like your brain treats it like survival. It's simple as that. It treats trading like survival. The revenge trade is a survival response. So your brain thinks that clicking and entering a new trade every single time you lose, it will fix the problem. When pretty much in reality, the trade after the loss is probably the most dangerous trade. So it's starting to go down a spiral of trades just because you're trying to win back the next trade. It could be pretty much the worst thing you could do to your trading, your capital. Think about it this way: a hunter who misses, they don't fire wildly, they reposition. They don't just keep spamming their bullets, wasting their bullets to try and kill whatever they're trying to hunt. They reposition, um, they are patient, they pretty much wait for the next best opportunity. And you should treat trading the exact same. Think about it. So, this is the revenge trading cycle. And this is the cycle that pretty much will just blow your account. It'll blow your personal account, it'll blow your funded account. It'll do that. So, you go through a loss, panic, think, oh shit, I need to win this trade. I need to win the next trade, or I'm gonna just keep going into drawdown. You click, you enter another trade. It's a B grade trading setup. You enter it, doesn't matter because you just need the next trade to win. Another loss, bigger panic. This thing, it just starts from the start, starts from that next trade, and you spiral out of control. You're totally emotional and you spiral out of control. This is revenge trading. This is probably the worst thing you could do to your trading account. This is why you need to be patient. This is why you need to wait for the next best setup, like the setup that fits your plan. You're overriding, like you're over trading shitty trades. Like it's totally a survival thing. You're thinking that you just got to continue churning it to make profits. When if you're churning the wrong things, like the wrong trades, your account will go to shit. Loss aversion, the end game. You enter trades hoping you don't lose instead of not expecting to win, right? So you're into trades just trying to do your pretty much your best to not lose. You don't really care too much about the winners and how big the winners are. Just try not to lose money. That is survival, and that's the worst way to think of it. You cut greens before they're early because green feels safe. When you see the green on your MetaTrader or your C Trader or whatever, you can see that you're in profit, you're making money. Um, cut your profits now. You know that in your history tab, they'll still be green. You'll make a profit. Even if it might not be what your TP was actually set to or whatever it might be. Just see the green and you feel safety. You feel safe. And you hold on to the red because closing it makes the pain real. So seeing the red numbers go up and down and just go further down where you're making a bigger loss, it's hard to close that out because then in the history, like it literally makes it real. It makes it done. It's a closed trade and you've lost money. And that's pretty much what traders try not to do. What you got to do instead is you go trade to win, right? So you let your winners run, but you let them run to TP. You don't interfere with it. Cut your losers fast, so you don't change your stop loss or whatever it might be, so that your trade can play out for longer. Just cut it off, cut the loss like at 1% risk or 2% risk at wherever your stop loss was predefined. That's it. You don't move it. You wait for an A plus setup. So you got to be picky. You don't just take anything that comes to you. You got to be picky. It's got to fit your plan. It fits everything, and it's pretty much it's always got to be the perfect trade, right? As soon as it's a B grade trade, you're trading wrong. You shouldn't take it. You just completely avoid it, and that's it. This is what trading not to lose. This is what you shouldn't be doing. So you're cutting your winners early just to make just to see the green in your account, the profits in your account. Hold the losers so that like it doesn't feel real when you actually cut it. And you're chasing FOMO entries. You're chasing B grade setups that won't help you at all. It'll only ruin your trading account. There are 5 fixes to rewire your brain to be properly trading. So a few things to note: that you can't remove emotions, you can only redirect them. Like people say they're emotionless, even if they're only 1% or 0.01% emotion. You'll always be emotional because you're a human and you can't change it. Every fix below, it builds a new association in your brain. So it rewires your brain slowly. So you do these daily, or whenever you trade your session or whatever it might be. They compound literally like a winning trade. So um, continue doing these. It compounds over time. You'll be a better trader. You'll fix your mindset. You need to have your brain prepped to be the perfect kind of trader. So number one, sign a daily contract. I do this mentally. I have a sheet of paper next to me with my rules and my trading. I don't actually sign it, but I read it every morning, and I know that before the charts and before I start trading, I read it and I know exactly what I'm looking for in trading. I know that I have to trade my plan. I know that I have to stick to my rules. No, I don't take shitty B grade or C grade setups. Um, so I know exactly what I'm doing every single morning. No trade without defined entry, stop, and target. So like if these don't exist, my trade doesn't exist at all. So I have my stop loss, have my entrance price, and I have my take profit. Those are the 3 things I do when I enter, like when I place the order, right? I don't change them except when I get to break even. But other than that, I don't reduce my stop loss so that, increase my stop loss so that my losers can run longer, hoping that it will reverse. I leave it. If it hits stop loss, it hits stop loss. Then when I take profit, I don't take profits at break even or at 2 risk reward. I always do it at 3 risk reward. Doesn't matter if it's literally about to, like it's a few pips away from touching that take profit. I don't touch it till like my system does it automatically, until my MetaTrader does it automatically. After a loss, just close the charts, walk away, and come back with fresh eyes, not fresh emotion. So I swing trade, so seeing a loss doesn't really matter that much. But if you're intraday trading or day trading or whatever, and you see that loss, then like you're in the negative mindset already. So don't make it worse. Just walk away, do something that you want, like go to the gym or you go for a walk or whatever. Come back to the charts when you're ready with fresh eyes. So don't do it with your fixed risk is your anchor. So I risk 2%. I never increase my size or decrease my size randomly. Like if I'm in a losing streak, I won't increase it, hoping that the next winner will wipe out my losing streak. No, keep the same risk. Doesn't matter if I'm on a winning streak or a losing streak. Same risk, no matter what. I don't change that at all. Journal every trade. This is probably the most important one, and I don't know how traders skip this. Like, it genuinely blows my mind how traders skipped it. So what was the setup? You can write in stuff like what you felt and what you'd do differently. Remember that even losses, like you can have a perfect loss. You don't have to always change it up and do it. My trading journal is super simple. I have like info like the date, amount of money I made, the percentage, like the risk reward and all that kind of stuff. Was there a big liquidity sweep or whatever? This isn't even really that necessary, but you just need to journal the date and the pictures. It has to have the pictures. So that's as simple as you don't overcomplicate it. You literally just have that. From there, you can see your what your losers look like, what your winners look like, and what to do next. So it's literally just as simple as that. DM me on Insta if you got any questions. Join my free Discord. Link is in the description, and I hope you enjoyed the video.